Pathway to Recovery was the result of a task force created to look at the needs of the homeless in Indianapolis. This task force discovered that homeless men and women suffering from addiction and mental illness were the most at-risk, underserved group within our city's homeless population. They were left to advocate and manage for themselves within a fragmented service delivery system. We had mental health programs for the mentally ill, and we had substance abuse programs for the addicted, but we didn't have anything for those who suffered from both.
Pathway to Recovery is a supportive housing program that serves homeless men and women and families that have substance abuse issues and mental illness. We have 6 programs which represent 3 phases of housing. We have entry level. This is where people start off the streets with no resources. Untreated drugs and alcohol issue, untreated mental illness, no money, no anything. They start at phase 1. We get them off drugs and alcohol, get them clean and sober, get them stable, take care of whatever mental health issues they have, get them medication, get them into counseling. Then we work on helping them to get an income so they can work towards self-sufficiency.
My name is Ashley.
My name is Brian Piper.
My name is Jerry.
My name is Brenda James.
My name is Jermaine.
I started using drugs probably after high school.
Well, it started I was young, about 12 years old. I drank, smoked a little pot.
I started using alcohol at the age of 27.
When I started early on when I was a kid and started to use drugs, it just kind of progressed real rapidly. And as a result, I ended up in a lot of places, and homeless was one of them.
I think the lowest was, stealing from my family and just completely, shutting my family out and lying to them, about everything.
And I started shooting heroin. And I'd never done heroin or anything before in my life, so I started shooting heroin, and I took a bunch of Xanaxes the night before, and I bought some heroin the next day, and took what they call a 10-pack, and shot it, and I died in my friend's garage.
I remember going into abandoned houses, using the toilet water that's in the bowl in these abandoned houses and washing up with that water in there.
If I drank, or should I say, when I drank, I would numb the feelings. Now I don't drink because I want to feel.
Pathway's mission is to help homeless men and women struggling with mental illness and substance abuse issues to become clean and sober, mentally stable, financially self-sufficient, and permanently housed.
Phase 2 is one step beyond somebody kind of telling you what to do, where to do it, how to do it, dorm style, shared housing, to you're actually going to share a housing with 3 or 4 other guys or gals, depending on your own gender, that are in recovery, and you're basically doing shared housing. So you have your own bedroom, you kind of share the chores and the cooking and cleaning and things like that. You learn to communicate. It's like a roommate situation.
Jails, institutions are dead. Summed up.
If I hadn't came to Pathways when I did, what would I be doing right now? I'd have to say I know that I would be dead right now. I've already overdosed and been in the hospital 4 different times. I've totaled 4 different vehicles.
I don't feel like my recovery is where it needs to be to where I would move out of the Pathway system yet.
When I had heard about Pathways, I didn't really know exactly what to expect at first. And then, but I just remember when I first got here, it wasn't like any feeling I had felt at any other facility or recovery place that I had ever been, because here it felt like a family. It felt like home. It felt like, genuine people who care for you, and, it is a close-knit family.
So I was brought to Pathway, and the people here were so warm and welcomed me. It's like I didn't deserve their love, but they were so willing to give it. And it changed my life.
I was in denial, and you guys just love me until I could love myself, you know?
I chose Pathway because I was asked by someone to just come and check it out. And I came here and I had the opportunity just to sit with some of the residents and speak with them, and they captured my heart, actually. You know, I wanted to do everything I could to help them, but after I got on the board and I kind of found out how Pathway operates, it's the real deal. You know, they really, you know where every dime goes, and you know that every dime is going towards helping, you know, everyone here, and that's what won me over.
Unlike a lot of places that help people with addictions, Pathway, really embraces the client and treats them more like a family member than an actual number or statistic or whatever. They care about the whole person, not just their addiction. They want to make the person whole all the way around. And they include their family in that also. So what Pathway does is outstanding.
At Pathway, we are transforming lives and communities. All of our expansion programs were created by completely renovating vacant, boarded-up properties into safe, affordable, substance-free permanent housing. The Pathway model makes sense from a business and economic development perspective. At one time, the men and women we serve were living on our streets as tax burdens, but today they are taxpayers.
I look back now and I think, if I were just to have given up at those times that I was down, then I wouldn't be where I was at today. So just that there's hope out there. There is hope, and it is possible. It's very, very possible.
Sandy and Ivy, they truly care about alcoholics and addicts. I've seen them go out of their way for people, way above and beyond what they should do for people, and they do it because they care. And that's why Pathway worked for me.
You know what? Give yourself a chance. Let somebody, it brings tears to my eyes to say this. Let somebody help you, because there is help available, and there are people that generally care about us and want to see us, be a success.
For a second, just stop and think and know that there's help. See, a lot of people don't know that there's help out there. And so by Pathway getting the word out and experiences from other people that came through here, a lot of people are starting to find out about Pathways. And so if I had anything to say, I would say try Pathway. I would say come through the program, learn a new way to live, and don't be so quick to run when you have to face a few rules here and there, because there's rules out there in life. There's rules from everywhere you go. You can't just do what you want to do. So Pathway has their own set of rules, and I think that was the main thing that helped me change.
When you're caught up in your addiction and you're trapped in this insane lifestyle, for me, the only thing I wanted to do was die. My kids didn't matter. My family didn't matter. Nothing else mattered except the drugs. So you enjoy my company now?
Yeah.
That's good. I didn't know I did all that stuff to you, just to let you know. And I didn't even know that's how you truly even felt at all. A lot of the things I don't even remember. A lot of blackouts. But one thing is, I love you kids.
I did, Dad.
What I would say to someone who is still living outside and is drinking to do the same thing that I've done is there's hope. There's a better life out there. There is life out there, period. Set the bottle down and work on yourself. Because if you're going to be a good steward to your fellow man, you can't do it as a drunk.
Pathway is a family, and we are all in this together. Our residents can't do this alone, but they don't have to. we are here for them. Just like they can't do it alone, Pathway can't do it alone. We need you. No one can do everything, but everyone can do something.